Hi, would you like to learn the best way to improve your English vocabulary? Welcome to Jen's Jyugyou. My name is Jen, and today you're going to learn the easiest and best way that you can naturally improve your English vocabulary. When you are trying to improve your English skills, there are 4 main areas that you need to focus on: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. In today's vocabulary building tip, the steps will help you to use all 4 of these areas for the maximum benefit. The best way to improve your English vocabulary is by keeping an English vocabulary notebook. A notebook where you will write down all of the new vocabulary words that you are learning. However, I want to explain to you the exact steps you need to take to create this notebook so that you get the most benefit from recording new words that you learn. The first thing you need to do is get a notebook and use it as a dedicated notebook for recording new vocabulary and expressions. Inside the notebook, you're going to create a chart that has 4 different columns. These 4 different lines, 4 different rows are very important for helping you to learn vocabulary well. In the first category, you're simply going to write down the new word that you have heard. The next category, you are going to write down what the meaning of the word is. Depending on your English level, you can write the meaning of the word in your native language if you're a really beginner level student and it's difficult for you to understand English dictionaries. But if you're more intermediate or advanced, please try writing the meaning of the word in English, not in your native language, because as you get more advanced, translating everything in your head is definitely not a good thing to do. So the second category, there are 2 things you need to do. The first one is write down the meaning of the word. And the second thing you need to do in this category is write down the part of speech. Part of speech means, is this word a noun, a verb, an adjective, an adverb, a preposition, a clause, a pronoun, right? You need to be able to understand what the meaning of the word is and what the part of speech of the word is so that you know how to put it together in your sentences naturally. In the third category, you're going to do 2 things which will really help you to remember the word in context. The first thing for this category is to write down the exact example sentence that you heard the word first being used in. How did you first hear the word? What sentence was it a part of? Or if you were reading, what sentence did you read it in? So please write down the exact sentence that you heard or read where you discovered this word. The other thing that you will do in this category is write down where you first heard this word. What is the situation where this word was used? For example, did you hear this word on a TV show? And if so, what was happening at that time in the TV show that made the characters use that vocabulary word? Was it in a conversation between your friends that someone said the word? If so, what was the general topic that you were talking about when the vocabulary word was used? These 2 things for the third category are very important because it helps to provide context for the word. It helps you to think about the situation you were in when you were able to hear the word naturally. The 4th category in your vocabulary notebook will be for you to create your own example sentence or example sentences. I recommend writing 1 or 2, possibly even 3 sentences so that you have an idea of how the word is used naturally, but sentences that you have created. This will make sure that you have properly understood the meaning and the way that the word or expression is used. So those are the 4 categories for using this notebook. Let me give you an example of a word you might have heard. For example, you hear the word adorable. Adorable, and you think, adorable? Adorable? Is it connected to a door? I don't know. So you find the word adorable and you write it down in the notebook. Then use a dictionary to look up the meaning. Adorable means something that is delightful, charming, cute, sweet. And it is an adjective. So in the second category, I'm writing the meaning, and I'm also writing down it's an adjective. So I know that when I see this word or use this word, as it's an adjective, it needs to go after the be verb or before a noun, because that's how adjectives work. Then, category number 3, how did I hear this word adorable? What was the sentence and where was I? The exact sentence was, oh, he's adorable. So in my notebook I write, oh, he's adorable. But who is he? What's the situation? So I write down, where was I when I heard this word? A woman was talking to a man about his puppy on the bus. So then I know, oh, the puppy, he's adorable, we're describing the puppy. And this makes sense because I looked, the meaning of the word adorable is cute, and puppies are cute. So now in the third category, I know what was the exact sentence, the way a native speaker used the word, and where was I? What was the situation where the word was being used? Category number 4, I will make my own sentences using the word adorable. Babies are adorable. That guy is so adorable. Now that you have recorded this information in your notebook, you're still not finished yet. There are a couple other steps that you still need to follow in order to help yourself really remember this vocabulary. The next thing you need to do is, before you go to bed at night, before you go to sleep, make sure you read everything that you have written in your notebook for that day, and if necessary, from the day before as well, because repetition will help you to remember. Read what you have written in your notebook. Just read it before you go to sleep. Then, the next day, you need to wait some time from the time you've written the words to the time you start trying to use them again. So the next day, you need to practice this vocabulary, but this time, practice through speaking. If you have someone you can practice speaking English with, a conversation partner, an English teacher, a friend, a sibling, please practice speaking with them using the new vocabulary that you learned. If you don't have someone who you can practice speaking English with, that's okay. You still need to do this step and you still need to practice speaking. Talk to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and speak, making sentences using the vocabulary. If you have a dog or a cat, talk to them. Talk out loud so that your brain and your mouth is focusing on the words. So try to naturally use the vocabulary that you learned before through writing and then through reading. Last step, through speaking to practice the words. By following these steps with your vocabulary notebook, it will help you to remember vocabulary quicker and help you because you're focusing on using the vocabulary. If you just write it down and forget about it, it's not useful. When creating this kind of vocabulary notebook, I recommend you bring the notebook with you everywhere you go so that when you hear a new word and you have the chance, you can pull out your notebook and you can write in it. I hope that you will find these steps very useful for improving your English vocabulary. And now it's time for Question of the Day. Today's question is, how do you like to improve your English vocabulary? What steps or tips or advice would you give to other people who are trying to improve their vocabulary? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this lesson. If you found it useful, please subscribe to Jen's Jyugyou and give this video a thumbs up. Good luck with your English studies. See you in the next lesson.